Something stirs within the shadows across Middle-earth. Eyes watch patiently with foul intent from hidden spaces. Mouths whisper from darkness to corrupt the minds of the just. Hands reach with greedy fingers from unwatched places to grasp for power and wealth. Who will raise their own light against the spread of this darkness? Who will stand against the unknown danger that creeps ever closer? To where shall we look for heroes?
Bilbo waved to the Bjorning guards as he passed into the twilight landscape beyond the gate. A sickle moon was rising, and calm winds moved the grasses. Glóin was to have greeted them at Bjorn's hall, but the old dwarf had not yet arrived. He'd wished to accompany them on their journey through Mirkwood to Erebor. Despite weary feet and a full stomach, Bilbo was in need of an evening stroll to sing and to think, and hoped to be the first to greet Glóin on the road. Owen, Nori and Bomba were happy to sip the famous mead of the House of Bjorn, especially Bomba. In the quiet way of hobbits, Bilbo moved invisibly through the night. Memories and thoughts of distant friends lay heavy on his heart that evening. The secret longing, the deep, dull ache that would never entirely abate, had grown stronger in recent days.
Honey looks delicious. I'll just have some. Gah! I can almost taste it! Yeah! I've got it! Oh, my stars! hurt! I'm starting to regret taking that honey. Lazy lob!
Impatient to greet his old friend Glowin, who was expected on the Old Forest Road, Bilbo left Bjorn's hall to wander the approaches of Mirkwood. After raiding a bee's hive for an after-dinner snack, he continued onward, eyes scanning the path ahead for the face of his old friend. Bilbo was so eager to see Glowin that he lost track of time, and soon the light began to dim. With the setting sun, the sounds of the Wilderlands came alive, with the clicks, calls, and squawks of creatures more attuned to nocturnal activity. Too late, Bilbo noticed the impending shroud of darkness.
Oh, my stars!
He exclaimed.
I seem to have gotten all turned around!
Suddenly, there was a snapping sound from the trees nearest Bilbo. He froze, staring at the tree nervously. But a soothing voice spoke softly from behind Bilbo.
Greetings, friend of the elves.
Much to Bilbo's relief, it was Arwen of Rivendell, accompanied by a tall woodland elf.
I am Legolas, son of Thranduil, whom you know well.
I will gladly accept assistance from the elves.
It is fortunate that we found you, elf friend.
Neither the folk of Rivendell nor of Thranduil's hall shall fail you.
My old friend Glowin awaits me on the Old Forest Road. Will you kindly assist me in finding the trail?
You have certainly gotten yourself lost, little friend.
Hold fast. I fear we are not alone. We must find a path past these creatures. Foul creatures!
I have some healing art, should there be need.
We must weigh our options carefully.
We have friends in this forest.
My eyes see everything.
Just like old times. To the defense of the many.
This forest is alive with vermin.
Tough.
You would die before your stroke fell.
Rivendell!
Let us pause and consider our next step.
I shall tend to the wounded.
You would die before your stroke fell.
I'll do the stinging. Yeah! We stand strong.
I bring news from Rivendell.
No.
For Rivendell!
rises!
The old forest road is no longer safe. I must warn Glowin.
I sense something strange has befallen Mirkwood.
Legolas observed as silence descended upon the forest. Arwen agreed, adding,
Let us continue along the path, but remain vigilant should these creatures return.
Bilbo sensed something as well. An increasing feeling of being watched, of an unknown observer lurking nearby.
I feel the eyes of the forest on me.
He whispered. Arwen and Legolas glanced at each other in worry, for they had sensed this for some time now. Alas, before they could do anything about it, more spiders dropped from hidden webs above to attack.
More of the foul beasts descend!
Beware that creature. I mark it to be greater than its brethren.
The hidden arrow strikes fast.
You would die before your stroke fell.
For Rivendell! We have vanquished the beasts. Come, my friends. I see the path ahead.
For days, a strange pull had drawn the creature towards the forest's edge. Desire drove it on. The creature missed the cool air and precious darkness under stone. Yet for years it had roamed the wilderland, faithfully searching, hunting, craving. A nearby noise attracted its attention, and the creature slid through the branches to investigate. As it peered out of the trees onto a small trail, its ancient heart began to beat rapidly. For there it stood, the thief, the forever cursed. Finally, Baggins.
Having dispatched the spiders, Arwen and Legolas led Bilbo back to the Old Forest Road.
I thank you, my friends, for rescuing a lost old hobbit.
He said.
What's this talk of being lost?
Called a voice from up the trail.
Glowing!
Bilbo cried with joy, for it was he at last.
Hello, my old friend!
Glowing gestured to the stout companion at his side.
This is my son, Gimli, who has traveled with me from the Lonely Mountain.
The younger dwarf nodded to Bilbo, but eyed the elves warily.
Well met.
Came his gruff response. Arwen nodded in respect to both dwarves.
With Bilbo in the charge of these strong companions, we shall take our leave. We have business elsewhere, and a meeting of our own to keep.
Bilbo was sad to see the elves go, as he much liked their presence. But he was eager to relive old tales over food and drink with Glowing at Bjorn's warm hearth. The elves departed silently into the woods, while Bilbo and the dwarves made down the forest path.
The trees of Mirkwood bring back memories of my younger days.
I'll be glad to join the feast at Bjorn's Hall. I look forward to meeting Bjorn himself. snakes block our path. Ugh, I thought this road was safe.
No longer, I'm afraid.
Stand back, you two!
We will face them together, old friend.
You will not harm my father and live, beast! Hammer and toll! My axe swings too.
Snakes!
Barukazad!
The star shines on the hour of
Well
our
met,
meeting.
friend elf. Barukazad!
I depart for the west.
Barukazad!
In wandering, I find peace.
Good!
Beware when you tread these woods. Kazan, Adonai!
Lazy lob!
Hammer and tongs! Run before me! Baruch Kazan, Adonai! Hammer and tongs!
Protect these lands.
I bring news from Rivendell.
The waters are clean to the weary.
Before me!
The creature hesitated. It would have struck without mercy, had not that filthy dwarf been with Baggins. The creature feared the strength of dwarves. Fortunately, it knew of a safer way to snare its prey. For the creature had made friends in the forest over the years. It had learned their chittering tongue, and they'd helped each other in dark deeds. Noiselessly, under shadowed boughs, the creature slid off to plead with the lady of the nearby brood. Tasty flesh it would offer her. For himself, the creature desired only a tiny thing. A trinket, the smallest of things,
When will the day come of our revenge?
Yeah!
Too many irons in the fire! Hammer and tongs!
Fighting shoulder to shoulder with dwarves brought a familiar stirring to Bilbo's heart. He paused, remembering times and companions who were now only a memory. He sighed, breaking his own reverie. Suddenly and silently, Arwen strode onto the path. Behind her was another elf who Bilbo had not met before. The way they appeared suddenly unnerved Bilbo, but if the dwarves had any reaction, they kept it to themselves.
Greetings, friends,
she said.
This is Rosiel of the Woodland Realm.
What happened to Legolas?
Asked Bilbo. Arwen smiled, nodding her head.
The forest path has become unsafe. He carries word of this back to the Elven King.
We must make our way to Bjorn's Hall
And report the same,
Glowin added.
Let us make haste.
Bilbo went to take up his pack, only to discover that it was missing.
Stars! I've misplaced my pack! And my sword as well! I must find them!
He fumbled subconsciously for the ring that he once wore around his neck, but was no longer there.